lighter you feel, the lighter your attitude about relationships, the more likely you are to allow that flow and let it into your life. We have all been there when it comes to relationships when we are flying solo. Sometimes we love the feeling of being single and free. But then sometimes we have those moments where we're feeling kind of lonely. And so from those out of alignment spaces, we start to develop this sense of need for a relationship. We've all been there. I absolutely was there and have been there at different stages in my life. But when I got to a point where I fully decided in every cell at a cellular level that I love my life, that I love me, that if or when, whichever, that ideal relationship comes into my life, that's awesome. But I no longer need it. Where there is the sense of need, friends, there is heavy rather than light. So having a soft intention. So let me tell you just a little story. Once upon a time, there was a human being who saw life and relationships very differently than most. I grew up in an Italian culture where gender roles and such, and who does what, and who shares what, and who wears what, and all of that, in a lot of cases is very, this is what you do. This is how it looks. And for me, I was born with this passion for personal freedom. The freedom to be me, the freedom to follow my natural desires, my natural callings. And especially, I've always had this sense of wanting to be a catalyst for love and joy and light in the world in some form or fashion. It started out initially as just music and evolved into the personal development work I now do. But I knew that for me to have a full, happy life, for me, had to feel that sense of freedom. And everyone around me told me there is no way. You're always going to have to compromise. You're going to have to give something. You're going to have to give some of that up, girl. That's just the way it is. That's what I heard. I cannot tell you how many times I heard that's just the way it is. But I decided I wanted something else. And even though I heard that from other people and even experienced that in a lot of my own relationships, I decided to take a period of time to be in my own space, start to get to know me, discover what really mattered to me, who I really was, what those personal rhythms, like unchecked by someone else, what those natural rhythms felt like for me. And I decided to allow myself to inhabit that space. And the more I did that, the more instead of waiting for someone to come and sweep me off my feet and take me here and do whatever, I started doing this for myself. And when I got to the point that I was having so much fun that it became irrelevant whether or not I had that relationship in my life, what I truly got at a deep cellular level, that my life is good and beautiful and blessed as it is. I have amazing friends, amazing family, and most importantly, I have this amazing connection to the ultimate partner, the ultimate friend, the ultimate love in the form of my inner being, my core self. Some people call this God. Some people call this source. Some people call this alignment, intelligence, whatever that is for you. Because when you cultivate that relationship above all else, that will always lead you to more and more and more. So I want to take a pause for just a moment to see if we have any new folks that have joined us before I continue, because I know that time is a little bit limited for us today. So do we have any new folks who have joined us today? If I do, if we have, raise your hand. Okay, just checking in before I continue. So how do we get from where we are at this second, or where we have been, to what we want? What's the journey to navigate that? One of the things that I personally have discovered is a little formula that I call the shift formula. And it starts with S. That if you're in a moment that you're not feeling so great, you're feeling a little lonely, you're feeling some resistance in your life, first order of business is not to immediately try to zoom straight to joy and get to intending in my life, I have my perfect person, da 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 da. Because when you're in a little lower vibrational space, what you're able to see and feel is very different than when you're in that lighter, more buoyant state of mind. So first order of business is to soothe yourself in any way that you possibly can. Do something that's good for you. Give yourself some self-care. Like for me, I am a huge nature girl. I love, and if any of you guys are tuning in from Colorado, where there are those beautiful mountains and pine forests, oh my God, and lakes and rivers and such, getting out on a trail and connecting with nature in some form or fashion is an amazing way to soothe yourself. And by the way, there are also these wonderful natural chemicals that our friends, the trees, give us. They're called phytoncides that help to balance our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Anything that has to do with flowing water, there are these wonderful negative ions. There are also this white noise, constant sound of waterfalls and moving water that helps to also soothe our nervous system. So when you step out into nature, friends, you are getting some very real medicine. And science has shown that if you invest 2 hours a week, and it doesn't have to be all at once, 2 hours a week, cumulatively at least, you will benefit from this beautiful medicine of nature to help tune yourself. But that soothing can come from anything. It can come from creating. It can come from watching funny cat videos if that's your jam. It can come from being in the presence of a friend that you find that just has this calming, wonderful, peaceful energy. It can come from having a nice cup of tea and maybe a nice cuddly blanket, whatever that is. But soothe yourself. And a part of that soothing is also meditation and rest to help yourself to reset. The next step, H in the shift process, honor your feelings. If you're feeling something real, and especially if it's intense in the moment, to go la 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 la, this isn't real, this doesn't exist, all that does is actually create resistance. That actually keeps that feeling around even longer. So when you allow yourself to feel in real time, as soon as you can, in a place that feels appropriate for you, if you're on a Zoom meeting right now, you're meeting with the client, etc., and you're with someone that you don't have like a super close, tight personal relationship with, put that feeling on pause. Sometimes we need to do that. But as soon as you have the opportunity, allow yourself to process that feeling in real time in a healthy way. Whether it's writing down how you really feel, rip it up, burn it, whatever you need to do, yell, scream, cry. Just we need to, that's part of allowing that flow rather than blocking your flow and saying, that's not real. I don't really feel that way, blah, 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 blah. Let yourself feel. That's the second step in the shift process. The next is I, which is interrupt the pattern. You cannot continue to show up the same way with the same beliefs, wearing the same clothes, doing the same things, having the same conversations, walking even the same ways, driving the same way, doing all the same things at the same time, and expect different results. When you take a moment, you're like, wait a minute, I'm getting ready to go out on a date. I'm starting to feel myself do that thing that I've done in the past. What's something different I can do this time? It could be as simple and subtle as dressing a little differently, that wearing a color that you really love to wear that maybe you've been afraid of being too bold or whatever, wearing a different scent, something that really inspires a feeling of soothing connection or even confidence, like really working your mojo. Maybe putting on a song that really inspires a sense of confidence. Maybe the song that I played for you could be that. And by the way, that is available on the stream for you if you are a member of the stream, which my understanding is everyone listening to this is. Put on a song that lifts you up. It's like, all right, I'm moving forward. This is a new experience. I am showing up as me 2.0, me moving forward, me making a new choice. So anything you can do to interrupt that pattern, that is a very powerful way to then create new results. Then F in shift, feed, feel good thoughts, feed hope and possibility. My husband and I have the most unconventional relationship. I am not domestic in any way, shape, or form. I am very much the extrovert, and there are a lot of maybe folks out there that have this dynamic. And if you do, that's a good thing because great relationships are about balance. But I'm the extrovert, loving to talk, loving to connect, but I'm interestingly enough also organized. And my honey is the wizard behind the curtain. And I am passionate about this work that I do. And sometimes this work that I do, and any of you guys out there who have businesses, missions, creative things that just flow through you, that are a part of who you are, that are necessary for you to allow your natural flow. To say, well, no, I'm not allowed to create, I'm not allowed to do this because I need to spend this prescribed amount of time with my spouse or whoever. My husband and I have a different dynamic. Yes, we do carve that time out for each other, and we do it typically in advance because we deserve to have that time for each other. But he also understands that I am a creator and creative, that when that inspiration strikes for me, it is so important to my natural rhythms and well-being and flow to let that happen. And when you are with a secure, healthy human, they allow for that, friends. So it is a beautiful, and like domestic things, we both cook at different times. We both do cleaning around the house. We both express in ways that some people may see that I'm expressing with more masculine energy sometimes. Some may see that my husband might be expressing with more feminine energy, and they're like, huh? But I want to show you and tell you this is feeding that hope and possibility. No matter who you are or what you want, when you ask that question at the beginning, WDYW, if you are willing to give yourself the gift of holding to that and then look for evidence, look, maybe it is possible. Look, I just heard a story from this Terez person about having this crazy unconventional relationship and how they've been together for over 25 years and they're happy and it's healthy and it's beautiful and it's life-giving and there is freedom and connection. These are the things that help to feed hope and possibility rather than watching movies and listening to conversations and stories about how you have to give up, that life is about or this or that, sacrifice, compromise, da 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 da. If that is not what you want, feed your heart, your mind, your spirit with and that you can be who you are fully, completely, have that sense of freedom and allow yourself to have a beautiful connection with another being. And then the final piece in that step, in that process, T in shift, thank you thoughts. When you say thank you in advance, as you start your day, thank you for an amazing day. And even take it a step further. Actually visualize yourself saying, wow, thank you. That was awesome. Wow, thank you for that. Really? Wow, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. And actually let yourself feel the emotions associated with that. You are setting some powerful medicine in motion. So that shift process, when I took a look at every subject in my life, though I don't officially present that until I get to my course of Abundance Simplified, which I don't have on the stream yet, but I will be sending that soon. I looked at every subject, and whether it was relationships, abundance, or health, every one of those relationships, every one of those subjects, if you will, I have applied that process. So friends, when you set intention, you actually ask yourself, WDYW, what do you want? You find wherever you are in that shift process and apply whatever step you need in the moment. And especially get to that point of thank you in advance. That is when you open yourself up to amazing, beautiful gifts in your life. So, with that, if you'd like to learn even more specific tools and deeper insights about how to let that love in, and also the difference between love versus attachment, why authenticity is sustainability, what can happen when it comes to roles and expectations, a tool for getting to really know you and have a conversation with the people who matter to you most, along with several other tools to help to tune you to moving forward in love. Check out the Attracting Authentic Relationships course on your Beautiful Humanity stream. And if there's also, in addition to the song you heard earlier, there's also other songs that may help to feed that vibration of hope and possibility and moving forward. All right, I see Melissa has just popped on there, so we have just a few minutes. So Melissa, do you have something that you need to share or want to share in this moment?
I'm gonna close out at the end, but did you have another song that you wanted to play for everyone to take us out, and then I'll
I
close.
do. I
Okay,
sure do.
let's do
And
it.
I also want to invite you, if you'd like to continue this journey and get to connect with me, to visit Terez, Terez, firewoman.com, and join me for a group coaching experience. And if you love Sedona, Arizona, join me in Sedona this September. So with that, friends, based on the shift formula that we just talked about, I want to end on a high note, and I have one more song that I want to share with you. Please remember, you can feel free and be in a connected, beautiful relationship. Here's to remembering that, and I will go ahead and share one more song with you. And thank you for your patience, guys. All right, now I shall push the magic button. Here we go.
May the alchemy of love set you free. And thank you, Terez. What an incredible journey we have taken with you today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this incredible experience today and for Love on Fire Tools for Attracting and Allowing Love. It's available now on the Stream Plus platform. Join Stream Plus now and gain immediate access to this and other incredible programs. We're proud to say that Stream Plus is the largest global streaming platform for conscious raising masterclasses and transformational education. We are a nonprofit, and we also give back with our one-for-one program, sharing our content with those who cannot afford the membership. Thank you to Steve Farrell, Dave Meyer, the production team, Jim Gray, Garth Catterall, Nanette Kennedy, Kennedy Mather, Karen Weissert, and the beautiful Terez, Firewoman.